I guess, but whatever. I think that they need to go on a run with the championships, and they need to restore order to the tag team scene in AEW. Okay. The other thing that I gotta say with it too, you got Shelton Benjamin, who has found the fountain of youth. The guy is wrestling better than he ever had. Well, some are saying better than he ever has. Okay. In whatever the situation is, you got Bobby Lashley. Both of those guys deserve to be in title contention. So why not put them in essentially using one spot on the card, as opposed to having Bobby feud for the world championship and then having Shelton feud for a secondary championship? Because that is one way of consolidating the name branding of them, putting them there and building more value into a very, very diminished asset.
All right, that's fair enough. Speaking about diminishing assets, couple of people this week, it's come out that Ricky Starks has allegedly asked for his AEW release. Ricky Starks has reportedly asked for his release from AEW, but Tony Khan won't give it to him. At the end of the day, things happen to where he's on outs with AEW right now. It is what it is. There's a lot of things. Most of it will never be reported, but ultimately there's a falling out there, and it is what it is. He asked for his release. Tony won't give it to him, and he's just going to wait the rest of his deal. He's going to stay relevant by working indie dates, and good for him. I'm happy for him. That's just going to be the situation in the meantime. That's the sources, the wrestling purists. At the same time, looks like the honeymoon is over between Britt and AEW. Really quick here. That incident with her and MJF, told that factors into her being off television, but there are other issues with her that have come up. She has become increasingly difficult to work with general work with in a general sense. She has also had a reputation of being difficult to work with. There's a specific situation recently not continuing the MJF situation. It was enough to sort of be the straw that broke the camel's back in terms of just feeling like, you know what, we've got a strong women's division now compared to when she was on top. We don't need to deal with her if she's going to be this difficult to work with. So that's where they are with her. And the other question becomes, if it's true that Malachi Black was resistant to doing business, so will that make him a problem in WWE? So apparently there's a lot of people who are not happy or difficult to work with, or are gone and difficult to work with and might be going somewhere else that might be difficult to work with. What the fuck's going on? Anyone?
The more things change, the more they stay the same. How long have we heard about this shit from at least half of those names that you mentioned? Realistically, we've heard about this shit from Malachi Black for the last 3 years. They did officially rebrand Julia, Buddy, and Brody as the Hounds of Hell. They have a new Tron, and everything looks good. So that's the branding that they're going with. Good for them. I wish them nothing but the best. Completely separate themselves from the House of Black. They didn't use the same entrance as they did when they were with the House of Black, so completely different identity. What?
She has the same House of Black-ish entrance theme. The house always wins. They'll tweak it.
I'm not gonna lie, that is one of the best entrance themes that AEW has. So if they scrap it, then that's gonna suck. Yeah, I think that is
change one word and say the Hounds always win.
Something.
If you even need to.
Yeah, but yeah, as far as Ricky Starks, okay, that guy hasn't worked a date in AEW in over a year at this point, possibly coming up on 2 years. And for Britt Baker, it was at this point, it's almost like as if she got some advice from Phil Brooks on how to be gone from AEW, because that's the only way that this shit is happening. Obviously, the shit backstage with MJF, making the comment about nobody cares about Serena Deeb with her health issues. That obviously pissed off a lot of people as well. And yeah, it's just one thing after another. Yeah, she's just trying to get fired at this point. So
here's
whatever.
My question.
Best to all of them.
Here's my question in regards to Ricky Starks. We can point to a million times that Britt Baker had good runs and good title runs, and she cuts good promos. what was the best work we ever got out of Ricky Starks? Was it his tag teaming with Big Bill? Was it teaming up and being part of Taz's crew? I never got that knockout of the park, experience with him.
Because Ricky also suffered the same thing that all the guys who were not established guys were suffering from, and that is start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. Momentum stops. And when you stop momentum and you have nothing for someone to do, then you get lost in the shuffle. I'm going to be talking about that a little bit later on myself. So,
sounds like Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss and that guy who's working at an Aldi right now.
But even at a bigger level, because Ricky Starks has more potential than you could do with Sonny Kiss or that Joey Janela was going to have, right? Juice Robinson right now. Where the fuck's Juice Robinson, right?
I thought he's injured.
Yeah.
Even so, why is he not present? That's the problem.
He could be cutting promos. He's good at that.
So,
exactly.
And the same thing. And where are the Gun Brothers? Are they in purgatory?
That's a great fucking question, especially with what is rumored to be the championship match at Grand Slam. Yeah, which is 3 weeks away, and we have no idea what the world title match is going to be. And yeah, the rumored opponent for Moxley is going to be Jay White. You would think that they would have Bullet Club Gold or the Bang Bang Gang or whatever the fuck that they're choosing to call themselves now.
By the way,
out there to back him up,
any one of those people who are Bullet Club, they'll all tell you they're still Bullet Club, even though none of them use the name Bullet Club. Oh yeah, I'm Bullet Club. I'm like, oh, okay.
Because it's for life.
Yeah.
Well, some things are always going to be for life. But we're talking about all those people leaving. And then WWE, we got the promo. Charlotte is back. She will be in the Rumble. We also got a hint that Nikki Bella is looking at possibly returning soon.
Excuse me, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Hold on a second.
Are you gonna give yourself a brie?
Yeah, hold on a second. I gotta see. I'm ready already. This is always ready.
How does that not surprise me?
Just get those tissues right out.
Wet wipes too. We've got it's green screen. Damn it.
Yeah. But again, it's we're seeing Charlotte coming back. And again, just seeing people's reactions online, it's just so fun. Oh, well, why do they always fucking give away that this one's coming back? And it's
so you watch it.
Exactly, right? Because it's the same effect of why does AEW always just have them show up at a pay-per-view that no one's watching, and then it loses its steam.
All right, wait a minute. Is the Boogeyman's going to show up? Oh no, I don't want to see that. Yes, you do.
Well,
and who I want to see, but he's dead. Pete Rose. I want to see Kane choke slam Pete Rose one more time, please.
Dude. If it was old Vince, there'd be a corpse getting choked.
I want him to choke slam Pete Rose.
Give me Tombstone. God damn it! Come on, pal. There you go, John.
Can you do a pencil?
And here, this is great here too. The Charlotte Vignettes lead you to believe that she's returning from injury to win the Rumble, and we've seen with Triple H and Cody Rhodes all the side points versus her and Tiffany at WrestleMania. Could be true, but I think that you also, with that big announcement, you also have the potential of a surprise in, I don't know, Becky Lynch, right? What if two of your biggest fucking stars in women's wrestling come back at the same Rumble? What happens?
That's good. That's good storytelling. Good storytelling. And Jamie asked about it earlier, and you know who I'm going to bring up because she might be well enough by then. Maybe you have Jade Cargill come in at a hand-selected time and tied into some long-term storytelling. Right after Ray and Naomi or right after Bianca Belair, and then start beating the crap out of one of them. Please.
Listen, let's be fair. If Jade is medically cleared, Okay,
Sure,
that's
sure.
a big thing. Let's
Yeah, of
be honest,
course, of course.
because
You don't want to throw somebody out there who's,
and going back, I mean, I heard things, at that time that it was realistic that it was kind of a serious injury.
Sure.
So we'll
Yeah.
see what happens with that. But it is fun, and it is fun to have these little things being dropped. One of the big things. I'm about to master the dark arts of Lucha Libre. Aleister Black and Zelina Vega
Yep.
own the dark arts gym and pro wrestling school.
Yep.
Wow, Chad Gable turning to Dom for some advice. Does it look like Chad is about to become a luchador?
Oh, please have him walk out with a jockstrap for a mask. How
God.
good would that be? A red, white, and blue jockstrap? That would be the best.
I definitely can appreciate them using Chad Gable as the conduit to reintroduce characters, because if you'll notice, that has been the common thread.
Yeah.
So yeah, and because he does masterful with it, like he gets them over, which is a true testament to just how good Chad Gable really is.
And the Miz does that well too.
Yes, and the Miz, by the way, the Miz actually found out he is now on SmackDown, and so is the Wyatt family, and so he needs friends. And boy, he got Waller and Grayson, and they're going to make Marine 7, and then they found out they're going to Raw. I mean, it's just some beautiful stuff. Andrade, he tells Andrade, hey, man, we can make a great team. We can, this is going to be big. You need someone like me to bet. And Andrade's like, you're right. Let me go find someone. He just totally blew him off. So the Miz is, again, just spinning gold with nothing, just backstage vignettes. It's fucking great to see.
Do you ever give him a title run in any capacity?
You don't need to. At this point, I don't see the Miz really ever needing belt again. He already has Maurice, dude. That's the biggest title that you could have.
Yeah, the guy has won at life.
I don't know, man. Charlotte Flair right now, she's looking Jade Cargill hot lately.
Well, I mean, again, Andrade, he's got his posse.
Do you ever bring that up, by the way, that they're married? Did they ever say that offhanded, or have they in the past? I mean, they do it with Seth Rollins once in a while, and vice versa with Becky Lynch. Do they ever mention those two in any capacity?
No, but eventually it will happen when they need to do some kind of shoot thing.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
there was a reason why, Ric Flair's last match, that was his tag partner.
Well, and also there's a good chance that Flair is doing some stuff with them now for the new show they're going to be doing on AEW or A&E with the Legends, the Future Legends and whatever the hell this show is going to be called, which is kind of like an NXT Tough Enough type of thing. So looks like Flair is supposed to be filming some stuff with them, had recently or will be. So we might see Flair coming back into mix, which could lead the door open to something like that. So we'll see. But for now, there we go. Okay, Steve.
He's right there.
Oh, he is. Yeah, there he is.
Oh, yeah.
Steve, what is your AEW over/under pick of the week?
Well, you try to get ready for this show. You try to, get everything in line, develop our segments, talking points, have a rough idea of what we're going to go over. And I shit you not, I had it all planned out. I was going to say it's over under 2 weeks, and you will see Timeless Tony Storm on an AEW TV show one more time. And then we fast forward to last night as we're recording this, to Saturday, January the 25th, an episode of Collision. There's supposed to be a face-to-face for the first time ever with Tony Storm going face-to-face with Mariah May. And obviously, Mariah lays out Tony, and then the shtick is up, and then
it was a wall break. Wall break.
We find out that it's the performance of a lifetime, and that Timeless Tony Storm is back. motherfucker, why did you do that shit on that show 3 weeks before Grand Slam?
I liked it.
Granted, yes, it was cool that it happened, but everybody knew that it was going to happen. But the problem is that, damn it, save that shit for the go home right before, like the week before.
Oh, yeah, that would have been smarter.
Do that at that time. Don't blow your load too early. You know, like legitimately.
John and Steve, you see John's point there too. On the same night as Saturday night's main event.
Exactly. When you know that you're going to have diminished viewership anyway. Now, mind you, I don't think anybody realizes or anybody is giving Mariah May a shot to even walk out of Australia with the championship. Everybody knows that Toni Storm has taken the title back. But yeah, I was all set, ready to go, ready to say that we would have 2 weeks and then guaranteed we would end up seeing timeless Toni Storm. It happened last night on Collision in front of 2,000 people live and 200,000 on TV. Whatever. But I do have to toot my own horn, because right here on this very show last week, I said that the over-under for the Hurt Syndicate versus Private Party tag match would be 10 minutes. And sure as shit, it was 9 minutes and 30 seconds.
There you go.
So there you go.
People, this is our time to tell you to get on DraftKings right now. This guy has your golden ticket.
That's right. Use code VBB, bitches.
VBBPP.
That's right. So for this week upcoming, we have the stellar match, the amazing match that everybody wants to see. Of course, I'm talking about Jeff Jarrett versus Claudio Castagnoli. And we've also got evidently your main event for Dynamite is going to be Mercedes Moné I'm already saying defeating, because we all know that's going to happen. Defeating Yuka Sakazaki, who won a 4-way match on Collision to become the #1 contender. Now, the thing that kills me...
Steve, really quick. One of the worst pins in the history of wrestling in that match.
God. Oh, God. Brutal. Brutal. But what the fuck? I know that we're not doing that segment anymore, but the whole thing surrounding this upcoming show is a giant what the fuck. Of all people, to have Yuka, and no offense to her, she is a good wrestler.
Deanna Pratt going further down the shitter.
But the fact is, she has not wrestled a match in AEW since September. Yeah. Before that #1 contenders match. So
they introduced her by saying how many times she got bones broken, teeth knocked out, ribs broken.
Yeah. So honestly, my over-under is after Mercedes wins that match, we won't see Yuka Sakazaki on AEW TV for another 2 months. So
there you go. That's a good bet. All right, that was Steve's over-under. Now for a presidential pontification.
I'm so glad that you called me. You're a very smart person to have called me, and you're part of the MAGA movement, making America great again. And the presidential, first of all, we're going to have a presidential pardon for Tony Khan. He was a huge campaign contributor, and he's done such a shitty job lately with his booking. We haven't seen AEW title gold around Jon Moxley's waist for millions and millions and billions, quite honestly, billions of months. No title gold. They have it in a Samsonite briefcase, and they've got this woman. She's got no tits. She's got a training bra on. Marina Shafir, okay? She sounds like she's a shitty Greek porn star, okay? Marina Shafir, so terrible. Really, really bad what they're doing. They've got this titless girl out there, and she's carrying around this briefcase, okay? How many people, as soon as you see her coming out, you're going to someone's taking a nut shot, okay? How many This is the only way you're going to see her doing anything with nuts. She's a lesbo. She's a lesbo. They probably give her waxing at the last minute. They're like, look, you got to look somewhat like a woman, okay? You know, we don't want you looking like China pre-surgery, okay? That was disgusting. She was a pig back then. So sad, so very sad. Joni Laura, and then they had her doing battle bots because nobody wanted to watch her anymore. Okay, 3 facelifts and 2 tit jobs. Nobody wanted to see her. Yeah, that's why they had her doing battle bots. Remember the battle bots? They had her doing the battle bots, and they had the guy from Red Dwarf, and they had Mick Foley. Mick Foley. He looks like your uncle that has to stay 500 feet away from the children. That's why they called him Dude Love. A dude loved the little kids. That's what he looked like. And we've got these shows right now. They've got no ending in sight. They've got this broad from New Jersey. She doesn't want to win a match. And, she needs a girdle. They go, don't fat shame, okay? She looks like she either needs a girdle or Gas X, okay? She either needs to lose 20 pounds or let the fart out because something's going on there, okay? It looks like they put Frosty the Snow Woman out there, and they tell me she's married to Mid Cardona. Okay, the guy doesn't win any matches. I heard she's married to Mid Cardona. She doesn't win any matches. She does. Oh no, not Mid Cardona. The other New Jersey loser. She's Macklin. That's the one. Dope Macklin. That's the one. They're losers from the Northeast. Okay, that's why I got out of the Northeast because it's a bunch of mid card losers like Steve Macklin. They tell me to thank him for his service. What service? Everything he does, he loses. He probably served in Afghanistan, and that's why we lost. Okay, so very sad. Okay, if we would have had real winners like Swerve Strickland, because Swerve Strickland actually won wars. All right, they put Swerve Strickland in, and we won wars. We went 20 miles. We went 20 miles in Afghanistan. They pushed all the way to Pakistan, and we said, put Swerve Strickland in there. And we're gonna take Kajaki. And you know what? Swerve Strickland was busy wrestling. We wanted to put him in SEAL Team 6. We didn't have enough time for Swerve Strickland in SEAL Team 6. We would have won the whole war. It would have been winning like you've never seen before. Okay, it would have been a house party like you've never seen before. Okay, we said, you know what? We called the terrorists and we sent them a picture of Swerve Strickland, and then we sent in and we started doing the dance. And we did the dance, and I can do the dance too. Excuse me. Get rid of Koki Khan. Okay, I'm doing the dance. Okay, I'm doing the dance. Okay, that's what we do, and that's what I do with Melania every Friday night. Go. You don't give me the bell. I give you the bell. Okay,
All right, time for the Vegas Bad Boys social media dump of this week. Let's see a little Tori Wilson here.
Oh.
She's looking amazing, isn't she? Speaking of looking amazing, how about Mandy? Man.
Oh, Jesus.
Man, right?
She's from my hometown. She's from Yorktown Heights, New York.
Oh, my God. I'm telling you. Well, hey, everybody. Steve, British Steve Stone Cold be like, I beg your pardon. Thought that was a pretty useful meme. Hey, look at this. Brother. That's right. The new buddy comedy with Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay.
Why does he look like Doc Brown now?
Speaking of Kenny Omega, I don't like this version of Kenny Omega. He has way less guts.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That opening segment was fucking great, though.
Intestines,
That opening segment was fucking great.
Dominic, man, this guy is killing it. In the past year, he's had his wife, his girlfriend, and his side chick. Good for you, Dom. Good for you. Mike Santana tweeted out, true story. When I got my release, someone told me, say goodbye to Wrestling Impact Arenas. I legit laughed it off and said, watch me. Joke's on you, Poppy. And he tweeted out a picture of him at the Full House at the TNA pay-per-view. So good for him. Even Daddy Blanchard believes that Tessa sucks. Hey, Paige, aka Soraya, is now single again after splitting with her boyfriend via TMZ. So
She's going to be split. Believe me. Believe me.
Mark Henry, this meme, TikTok announcing its retirement, just like Mark Henry, who announced his retirement and then 3 seconds later turned on John Cena. Drew McIntyre tweeted out. Someone from WrestleMania.com tweeted out TikTok ban lasted this long with a picture of Drew at WrestleMania. And Drew tweeted back, "You'd last even less in bed with a girl if you had ever been with one, you raging virgin."
Good. That's a good one.
And a little more serious note here. There is a GoFundMe up for Allie Catch to help her through her brutal injury. This was put up right after it happened last week. Hey guys, it's Steph DeLander on behalf of Allie Catch tonight at GCW at the Hammerstein Ballroom Show in New York. Unfortunately, Allie suffered a serious injury, breaking 2 bones in her leg, currently waiting to find out whether she needs surgery or not. But regardless, she's looking at a solid medical and bill and significant time out of the ring. Therefore, loss of income. Being independent is hard, and getting injured while being independent is a literal nightmare. So let's rally around one of our own and take care of Allie. Updates soon to come. And one update was Allie has undergone successful surgery and will be discharged this morning. So that was a few days ago. So that's wonderful to hear. Allie Catch is someone who is huge on the independent scene. This picture came out, Brody Lee Jr. with Tyson Kidd. Holy crap. Brody Lee Jr. is now turning quickly into Brody Lee Sr. Wow, he's getting big. And
check out that shirt.
Yep, wearing a We Love Chris Bay shirt. So, representing, which is amazing. Hey, WWE headquarters, which was Titan Towers since the mid 80s, has finally been sold. Complex. Yeah, and I believe it's going to be an apartment housing or something like that is what they're looking at doing with it. Hey, from Frankie Kazarian official, there's no way to articulate what Christopher Daniels means to me as an opponent, a tag team partner, most importantly, best friend and brother. His contributions to our sport will never be realized. I love you, CD. Bad Influence, The Addiction, or SCU. I loved every single moment. And Chris's match with Hangman was brutal and really pointless.
But that was a great segment, though. That was a great segment afterwards.
But obviously you have to think that CD wanted Hangman to be his last opponent, and that's how he wanted to go out. So.
Right. He's absolutely trying to do something for Hangman, which is very admirable. Absolutely. So that's great. Hangman already burned down someone's house and also went through the same bloody battle. So I don't know if the repetitiveness of everything. Now, if Daniel's house burns down, maybe we're just kind of retelling stories. But on that note, too, RIP to Jeff Torborg, the father of the demon Dale Torborg. Here's Jeff in his catching days in Los Angeles with the Dodgers. Torborg was one of just 18 catchers in Major League Baseball history to catch at least 3 no-hitters. His first Koufax's perfect game, during which the lefty struck out 14 Chicago Cubs batters, is among the greatest pitching performances ever. It was only Torborg's second season in the big leagues. He called every pitch of the game. In 1970, Torborg caught his second no-hitter, this one thrown by the Dodgers righty Bill Singer. Torborg joined the California Angels the following year, and in 1973, his final season as a player, he caught the first of Nolan Ryan's 7 career no-hitters. So he also was a manager of the Chicago White Sox in 1990.
Table caught a lot more no-hitters than that. Perfect games.
Yeah. Okay. All right. A little sad. A little sad there.
Yeah.
And today, a big remembrance to Kobe Bryant, who passed away 5 years ago today. Wow. And a day that has remained one of the sadder days in the history of the NBA.
That whole year, can we just mulligan that year?
2020?
Yeah, let's just mulligan that one.
if we can mulligan it like we can mulligan your comedy career, it'd be great.
Wow.
Ooh,
Wow.
brutal.
All right, Rob. Final thoughts. You got some.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Final thoughts tomorrow, and I forgot about it because you were making fun of the most successful Trump guy that's ever lived. Tomorrow I will be. Oh God, I did not name this program. It's called The Amazing Clowns, and it is going to be at 3525 East Flamingo. 3525 East Flamingo. The doors will open at 7 p.m.
Okay.
And that is hosted by Skippy Sprinkles.
Of course it
Skippy
is.
Sprinkles promotion. And that is, when you meet the guy, that is his real birth name. First name Skippy. It's on his driver's license. Last name Sprinkles. That is his legal name. One of the funniest comedians, a sweetheart of a guy. And another one of these scenarios by which it's a friend of a friend who has access to any wrestler imaginable. A lot of them through the nerd. If you ever get a chance to go to Vegas and you want to see some of the coolest wrestling paraphernalia, especially Penta, El Cerro Miedo, Pentagon Jr.'s ring attire, they have it on display there. So if you want to get
Which he really kind of needs that back, because I mean his appearance on Raw the other day with the full blur out because he's got no clothes. I mean, I just wish they'd give it back to him.
But yeah, no, that was but it was one of his many costumes, and it's really cool. That place is great. If you want to see some great matches, I think GCW performs there sometimes too.
Well, stop by and say that the Vegas Bad Boys say hi to Johnny, the owner, this coming year. I won't say that there might not be some talks going on for a little something going on at the Nerd Bar with us. So,
yep, and when you get a chance over there, you can ride the big mechanical penis bull. They still have that.
You absolutely can.
And they molded it after yours truly.
And you could also check out the Micro Midget Wrestling, which about once a month ends up doing a show there. I think it's 2 shows in a night, late night.
The state of California says you have to call it Micro Little People Wrestling.
Yeah, well, that's what they call it. So, yeah, what am I going to do? All right, Steve, what do you got to say?
All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Chat was pretty active, so thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, all of your comments, everything in there. We appreciate each and every one of you. Also, very special thank you to all the brave men and women serving this country. Whether you're doing it on lands foreign or domestic, thank you for doing what you do so that we can do what we love to do. As John Cena says right there on the graphic on the screen, thank you for your service. And last but not least, repsports.com, reppsports.com. Go there for all your pre-workout, weight loss, and general energy needs. Use promo code Vegas at checkout and save yourself 15%.
Well, there you go, everybody. One more week in the books of pro wrestling. This week, when we tune in for the next show on Sunday, we'll have seen a Royal Rumble. So, that should be, again, fairly interesting to see what they do with the Rumble. And
I'm going to be the 32nd applicant, and I'm going to win the whole thing, okay? And then we're going to call it the Great American Bash.
Well, there you go. The president apparently will be in the Rumble at number 32. So, until next week, everyone.
With that, everybody, thank you for hanging out. We'll do it all again next week. Till then, happy wrestling. Tearing up the scene, got the city buzzing like a well-oiled machine. Tune into the saga, nothing's ever routine. Bringing truth and hype like you've never seen. Stepping out of shadows, legends they become. Powerful voices bosses hear the heartbeat drum. They take the desert heat and turn it into fun. In the land of cards where the deals are won. Outlaws of the airways never holding